Are ready for the 2012 Champions in CHATER, and Responsibly takes a tug on Ambitious Dragon immediately out of the gates. So the horse of the year will settle last, and Super Pistachio fires straight to the lead from Liberator second, Irian third. Then Mr. Medici and Dominant in a bit of a match there, trying to get cover behind Irian, and well, Dominant will get that. And 2 lengths last of all is Ambitious Dragon, who's switched off nicely at the tail of the field. Super Pistachio is hacking along down to the judges' box the first time, and he leads by 1.5 lengths to a Liberator, who's 1 horse away from the rails at the moment. But as they turn out of the straight, Marwing is looking to get back down towards the rails and get cover behind Super Pistachio. Irian quite content to stay a horse away from the fence. Mr. Medici improves from Dominant, and last of all is Ambitious Dragon. 25.9 the first split over the 1.5 mile distance, and it's Super Pistachio a length clear from Liberator, who's going to park at his quarters in second. Irian in third, Mr. Medici fourth, then Dominant, and 2 lengths last of all is Ambitious Dragon as they work down the back. Well, you have to say that all the horses are travelling nicely, and Super Pistachio just bowling along in the lead. Chadwick just took a little tug on him there, and it's Super Pistachio 3/4 to Liberator, has dropped his head in second. Irian third, Mr. Medici, the winner of the race 2 years ago, under very heavy conditions, parks in fourth on the rails. Then the Queen Mother Memorial Cup winner, Dominant fifth, and last of all is Ambitious Dragon, who is absolute jogging along at the tail of the field for the Italian rider Umberto Responsibly. They've gone past the 1,000-metre mark. No change to the order, no change to the speed. They couldn't go any slower than this, and it's Super Pistachio just in front of Liberator. Then Irian from Mr. Medici, and the 2 favourites in the betting, Dominant, and still 2 lengths last of all is Ambitious Dragon as they race down the side of the course now. Liberator ups the tempo. Liberator makes his move at the 600, draws a half on Super Pistachio. Irian being felt for from Mr. Medici. White gets busy now on Dominant, pulling to the outside, and Ambitious Dragon in his slipstream as they race into the straight now. And Liberator makes a bold move for victory at the 300 metres. 1.5 lengths clear from Irian. Here they come. Dominant, Ambitious Dragon make their runs together. Ambitious Dragon gets his head in front from Dominant. Liberator is still there. Liberator being tackled by Ambitious Dragon. No, the Dragon can't see it out. Liberator kicks. Liberator takes out the champions in CHATER. Well done to Wei Xiong Ma Wing. Liberator kicks strongly to beat Ambitious Dragon and Dominant. Then Irian from Super Pistachio and Mr. Medici weakened out. Well, I have to say, for a moment, I was watching on Dominant and Ambitious Dragon, but boy, Liberator, great ride by Ma Wing. Up the tempo at the right time. They absolutely walked today. And, well, he's made it hard for them to give him 4 or 5 lengths at the set weights. This has been the run of his career, Liberator. Congratulations to David Ferraris. A great moment for David, who, of course, trained the great Vengeance of Rain. And a Liberator who's raced by the David Ferraris trainer, Sidneygut, toppling them all today. And there was late support for him down to 11-1. He's buying Costa del Lago.
That brilliance that he's got to catch Liberator, but wasn't able to get there in the end. And
Mr. Medici sort of jumped up at the start. They were happy to go back in the early stages with Ambitious Dragon, and he relaxed beautifully for Umberto Responsibly. This obviously their plan to get him to just relax in the early stages.
Which does bode well for the future. I mean, if he wants to take on the 1.5 miles again, they know that he'll settle in the run.
Dominant Douglas White keen to just stay in that one-off position, and he just stayed directly behind Irian, so he got a nice bit of cover. Super Pistachio was making the running, 25.9, 25.8, and then 26.8 the first 3 sections. So it was Super Pistachio. Eventual winner was Liberator, and he sat about 1.25 lengths off Super Pistachio. Back in third we had Irian, who stayed in the one-off. Mr. Medici on his inside. Then we had Dominant 3/4 of a length further back, and about 2 lengths further back to Ambitious Dragon, just lobbing along in his own time. Beautifully relaxed with Umberto, actually almost starting to give him a little bit of a niggle there to get back on the bridle. But no real increase to the tempo as they turn into the back stretch.
There's an interesting point of the race here where you can see Ambitious Dragon on the back of Dominant, and then they really slow up a little bit, and Responsibly almost momentarily wanted to sort of sneak through on the rail, but then was hesitant to be inside of horses and opted to sit on the back of Dominant.
Yeah, well, he's got the favourite in his sights. He's only a length off him. But the issue, of course, is that they're not going much of a gallop at the head of the field. Now, Wei Xiong Ma Wing, he's just had a look under his arm there. They've gone past about the 1,000-metre mark now, and he wants to start to wind it up. Arian's right, just stalking him in behind, one off, and now passing the 800, they start to click it up. Superstar Show starts to get going, and look, he's full of running, Liberator. He's really nicely on the bridle, and Wei Chong happy to let him go. Dominant, second last. Well, now all of a sudden he's got to do the chasing. He's a little flat-footed, and Ambitious Dragon, well, Umberto doesn't want to make his move just yet, but he's travelling into the race nicely. He's about 4 lengths probably off Liberator, who's happy to go for home, Wei Chong now, and he keeps up the gallop. He doesn't have the turn of foot that the others have, but he just keeps on all day. Wei Chong really throwing everything at this. At this stage, Dominant, Ambitious Dragon. Well, it looks like the Dragon might have the Triple Crown within his sights, but he just peaked on his run. Liberator kept staying on. He shifted out a little bit late on, but he stayed this out strongly, and he definitely deserved this win. A great performance, and well,